Hey, I know it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've posted anything and made an episode and all that stuff. And so yeah, I'm back, a month later. And you know, stuff happens. A lot actually happens in a month. You'd be surprised what could happen in a month. Hell, we even had a solar X flare happen, I think, within that month. Um, but I wanted to say hello to those of you that have saw the logo, or not the logo, but the lettering on the back of the truck, and looked up this show. Is like, what the hell is this? So, hey, welcome. If you're tuning in and new, driving around a billboard. So the people are going to be probably joining more and more. That's cool. In different areas, wherever the truck goes and wherever I'm at, and there they see it and they're like, what is that? And they look up interstellar frequency and they find it. So there you go. Oh my God. Oh my God, there is so much to talk about. You won't believe what's all happened. Okay, so let me see if I can give it in a nutshell real quick. Basically, what has happened was I got, back months ago, the truck got rear-ended like twice. Liftgate got damaged and had to get it repaired. So we did that, got it repaired with a brand new liftgate. Liftgate name is Walco instead of Maxon, which I really like that liftgate better. It's easier, it's bigger platform and everything to use. Meanwhile, after getting that all done, we hit our 6 months mark for the DOT stuff. So, which means that we now got accepted into Amazon Relay. And they never tell you that when you are a box truck and you're becoming to work, or you're going to work for Amazon, that you're going to be like a mail carrier kind of person, which is cool. Okay, there's a story behind that. And that's fine, and I'll get there. So yeah, I end up now delivering packages that people order. You might have ordered, and depending on whatever city I deliver to, wherever you're living at, and you hear this episode, more than likely it might have came on my truck, or at least one of the trucks of the DDU drivers. So we're going to talk about that, and how this all works, and what's been going down. I'll give you the 411 of the download, or not the download, the 411 of what's been going on. And every time I ever think of 411, I always think of like somebody talking smack or something, but it nothing to do with that. Well, maybe I will be talking smack. So I guess it is talking smack, because I will be talking a little smack. Anyways, so here we go. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, whatever time of dimension that you are in. This is your host, Chris. Welcome to Interstellar Frequency. Hey, now, you're a rock star. Get the show on. Get paid. No. Come on. Everybody loves Smash Mouth, don't they? Well, maybe. I don't know. I do. I love Smash Mouth. Or at least, the one hit wonder back in the day. That was pretty good. So, this is what's been happening. Okay, so I obviously got clued in. Accidents, liftgate got fixed. Totally different liftgate. Walco over Maxon. To each their own. I guess in a way it is more of a preference between what liftgate is good, what liftgate is bad. Okay, for those of you that are tuning in and you're wondering what the hell am I talking about, you can go back and listen to Can I Have a Moment? Kind of tells you what went down. And that was months ago. And what I went through with this box truck of mine in the company. And so we had to get a new liftgate. Now, the Walco liftgate that I've got sits a little bit high. No, I'm sorry. It sits a little bit lower. The DOT bar sits lower than the original Maxon liftgate. And that's not too much of a problem if you're not going to rural areas. Now, when you're going to rural areas, up in the sticks of the mountains and places that are like hilly, that could be a problem. Now, what has happened is we got our truck back, and I was out for a good minute while the truck was being fixed and everything like that. And I was kind of taking some time of reflection. I was reflecting of where we were going, where are we going to go, are we going to survive? The whole kit and caboodle. Now, what I want, I am going to do everything in my power to make this happen and make it possible. I want to be one of the largest truck industries out there, and I will in due time, and will take many years to grow. And it will be word of mouth, of course. But I'll be that one company where somebody has to move something or equipment or something like that, and they're like, I don't know, this company won't do it, that company won't do it. Hell, why not call this company? And I haven't put the name out there yet. And I prefer not to put the name out there right now. And that's just how and what, because, this show goes out global wide, across the country and the world. And I don't really need to be attacked by everyone and everybody, especially right now at this early stage of the games. In due time, I will put it out there, but not right now. Anyhow, so the liftgate gets replaced. Beautiful liftgate. Everything's good. We get the truck back. We get the green light go for Amazon, which is awesome. Okay. It was the whole entire purpose of why we started this company. We, not really me, it was, him, and then, hey, this is what we got. This is what I'm doing. You want to do it? It's like, yeah, let's go. And so I jumped on the bandwagon, like let's full force. Let's do this. Let's make this happen. And we have, and we are, and we're 6 months into it. And it's been a hairy carry 6 months, and we've survived that. We still have to survive another 2 years. Because that's a make it or break it in the industry for sure. Like, Either you're going to make it, if you're going to make it first, you're 3 months. If you make it, great. Now you got your 6 months. Okay, great. You made it your 6 months. Now you've got your year. Shit. You got to get through that. After getting through your year, you got to get through your second year. After you get through your second year in the industry of truck driving, being your own carrier, your own authority, and your own operation, if you survive your second year, you're in business. By that time, you're in business and you have become established and well known, and you kind of grown among the ranks of the mom and pop industry out there where you created a reliability where you're reliable and they call you to go to work. And believe me, that's been a process to build, and I've built that. And hey, you know what? That's awesome. It's a good feeling when you get brokers calling you and say, "Hey, man, I really need you to move this." Okay, great. Where are you at? Well, it's over in Boise, Idaho. What? What? Dude, I'm a one-man truck. Like, I appreciate it. Let me get my thrusters on and let me teleport. Hold on. Let me contact the Starship Enterprise and have them beam my truck over there, and I'll be right there, and we'll get this taken care of. And the next response is, "Where are you?" "Well, I'm in Southern California." "Shit. Okay. Thank you, man. I appreciate it." That's a gratifying feeling when you get that phone call. And I've always had that pretty much my whole life. So, it's a norm, I guess. Anyhow, so we get accepted at Amazon Relay. Totally awesome. Awesome sauce. Big time awesome sauce. That has been the ultimate goal as of late, is to hit that 6 month mark, get into Amazon, and go ahead and start pulling for Amazon. Now, getting that 6 month mark, I sit down and go through about 30 training videos through Amazon. They don't really make it requirement, but it's kind of helpful to do it. But there's a problem. I'm not quite sure when they created the DDU driver, which I think is Destined Delivery Unit or something like that. I don't know what the abbreviation is. It's weird. And I didn't know this, but in a box truck, the whole entire purpose of a DDU driver is to pick up from the sort center of Amazon, which there are several sort centers. And the purpose of a sort center is to weed out packages that are going to go to the flex centers. Now, a flex center is a place where the Amazon, package, depending on when you bought it or who you bought it and how you bought it, and however it is that it is, a flex center will basically be in I've noticed a metropolis type area where there's a big residential market of houses and people and population. Though there's usually a flex center around somewhere close by. And the flex centers will take the Amazon vans and they will go door to door like UPS and USPS and deliver the packages to the residents, the patrons, whatever you ordered. Now, on the other hand, there is this other side of Amazon that we are picking up packages from the sort center as a box truck driver, so many amount of pallets, and so many amount of stops. And my job consists of loading up the truck, which is cool. All right. I have no complaints whatsoever loading my own stuff. I do not care. I much rather load my own stuff. Get out of my way. Let me do it. Let me get in and out. And I'm usually pretty quick at doing that. Even when I loaded my own equipment on the back of the trailer, I'd get it done in 15 minutes and I'm on the highway, depending on what kind of equipment it is. And I know that some of them, whoever might be listening, but no, you weren't. You're a little slowest son of a whatever. You know, maybe, I don't know if they are listening. That's kind of funny. Now you load, a reach forklift. Yeah, 15 minutes. I'll be in and out. Ask United Rentals. I did it many times. I'm getting sidetracked here. I'm digressing. The sort center, there it is. The sort center has me load up the the pallets of packages that will go to a United States Postal stop somewhere. And we are scheduled similar to the way that UPS does things too, which is kind of cool. We will take those pallets and then go and deliver them to the post office somewhere early in the morning. So it's mostly graveyard kind of work. It's never really during, normal business hours. Maybe some post offices are, but the majority are in the middle of the night, which I like that better. I really like night work and night driving. It's nice. And I have discovered something behind this. Amazon has really no training videos or any type of training knowledge of how to be a perfected DDU driver or a proficient DDU driver, because you're a carrier that's working contracted to Amazon with your own equipment to go and deliver for them at these locations. And that's interesting. I was not expecting very first day out. I was not expecting to wing it. And normally you get held by the hand, like, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that, and walk you through things. That's not how it works with Amazon. They throw you into the wolves and like, there you go, here's your stuff, here's that, there you go. And there's no conversational about it. And there's nothing wrong with that by any stretch of the means. But when you're getting scored from day one on how your performance is and they want to expect you to know everything, that's a little messed up, that you're getting shot to the roof with performance. And if you get your performance knocked down too low, your overall company performance, guess what? You could no longer work for Amazon. It's like, well, shit. So there's a whole lot of pressure there trying to make sure that you are delivering everything you're supposed to deliver and get the packages or pallets to the post office and get them offloaded in time and matter fast. Within 12 minutes is what they prefer you to do it in. It's almost, impossible to do because you have to maneuver in the post office around other pallets and other places and kind of stuff things where they want you to put it. And that's fine. Meanwhile, you use your own personal phone to scan every single barcode that you're delivering. It's a very interesting system, and whoever created the app, I applaud them. It needs a little bit more work, but other than that, it's kind of well tuned in a way. Amazon has pretty much almost gone 100%. 100% autonomy. And that's nice in a way. At the same time, it also sucks, because human connection is a hell of a lot better than autonomy. But I guess autonomy is a hell of a lot more proficient. Although I will beg to differ with that, because autonomy doesn't really have a brain, and it doesn't think. And the funny thing is, sometimes we have people that don't think, and they turn around and are told to grab this pallet, whatever it is, and it's a gigantic cardboard pallet with one package in it, and it's like, 5 feet, 6 feet tall with one package. It's like, oh yeah, you're taking this pallet. It's like, no, I'm not. That's one item. That's going to go on another pallet, and we're not going to waste space. Come on now. This is stupidity. Well, that's autonomy for you. And, the person that was doing the work was like, oh yeah, there's only one item in there. I just don't need to take the whole thing. And people are just kind of becoming robots nowadays that they don't really think anymore. And that's why I'm glad I'm working for myself versus being a robot for working for someone else. Make my own damn decisions, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, so I've discovered when you order something from Amazon, and it's going to come out, if you're looking at the app and you're trying to figure out where the package is or where it's coming from or something like that, they have different codes for different things, whatever it is that you ordered. And every now and then you'll get something that will say delivering by mail carrier or delivering by USPS. If it is being delivered by USPS, 100% more than likely it was a DDU driver like me that delivered it to the post office to get sorted and then go out on a mail truck and then be delivered in the mailbox or something along the lines like that. And when there is the information in the app that tells you that your package is arriving today between this time and this time through USPS, and then all of a sudden something happens, let me give you a little bit of a backstory behind what happens. When there's no efficient training and no understanding behind how to read the labels, or this is the location you're going to, and you got to make sure that these labels and this location and this address all matches, so that way it gets to the right destination, so that way it can go out on the mail truck and be delivered to the resident or the patron that ordered the item. Logic, right? Well, if you don't know, you don't know. And even though that you ask, they give you a little quick rundown of, okay, look at the cities and that's where you're going to be going and da-da-da-da. And scan those barcodes and throw it on the truck. Okay. So, for example, I'm going to Bakersfield. So I more than likely pissed off about a good half people that were expecting a package when I first started working for Amazon. Probably a good majority of people are just irate and pissed off because they were supposed to get their package today, for example. It wasn't today, it was a couple weeks ago when I started this Amazon stuff. Anyhow, so they were expecting to get their package. And what happens is I'm told, yeah, scan those barcodes and da-da-da-da and throw it on the truck. Okay. See the city, it says says Bakersfield. Take it there and deliver it to that post office. Okay. And so I load up all of Bakersfield. I scan all the barcodes and scan all the stuff. Put it on the truck. I only have one Bakersfield stop, and the other ones go to a different location, different city, and all that. I get to my Bakersfield stop. I offload the truck, and the USPS personnel tells me, those aren't mine. And what do you mean they're not yours? That's a different post office. That's not mine. Really? Okay. Can you show me how and where? Like, I'm asking the USPS guy, like, can you help me on this? Because I'm new and I'd like to know, so that way I can never do this ever again and I don't ever have any problems. How do you know this? Like, where do I look this up? So he shows me and everything like that. Okay, got it. So you're rejecting this? Yes, I am. Okay. Amazon Video tells you to stop what you're doing, stop everything that you're doing, don't even complete the route, get on the phone with our ROC. Well, they updated that whole thing and they haven't updated the video. You go through the process of the app and everything like that to try to figure out what to do and how to get in contact and who do you reach out to and all that stuff. And you go through the motions. When that happens, you're sitting there wasting time instead of finishing the route. And there's nothing telling you, hey, go continue the route, leave the packages on the truck and keep going, and then contact ROC. And it really would be nice if they actually did a better upgraded system. Let me take over that training. I'd gladly do it for them. Hell, I'll even do it for free if they want me to. Just so that way it just is a little bit more efficient and there's no debacle behind the stupidity that could be avoided, and then people don't get angry at Amazon or their USPS driver because they didn't get their package. Because I didn't take those packages to the correct location. They got lost on the assortment, and then I had to be routed back to the location. And so I'm pretty sure I made whoever was receiving those packages that day pissed off bad. So I'm going by the book of what it says in the training videos and calling ROC. Get it all squared away. They tell me, yeah, go ahead and finish your route. Leave it on the package, leave the packages on the truck, and then when you're done with your route, contact ROC again, submit a ticket, yada yada. Go through that process, and they'll create a new leg to get you back to Ontario, back to the assortment center. Fine. Okay, no big deal. First day out, I'm already behind schedule. First day, man. Behind schedule, my nerves are shot. I'm trying everything I can to do things right. I'm trying to make sure that we don't mess up our score on our first day out. And trying not to fail. Really hard trying not to fail. And I was just like shitting kittens that first day out, they're like, yeah, you're done, dude. Like, we don't even want you no more. Don't even come back. Like, you're done. That's what I was kind of thinking that was going to happen. And thank God it wasn't up to a computer, because the computer would have said, you're done. Yeah, your time frame doesn't fit in this. And nope. Yeah, cannot compute. And you are now in violation and deactivated. Da da da. Thank God it's not left up to a computer. It was left up to mankind, the human consciousness, to be able to look at that and go, oh yeah, okay, they messed up. All right, we'll give them some more chances and stuff. Anyhow, I proceeded on my route way late. They're freaking out at the post office, like, where is this guy? What's going on? And they're 3 stops behind, and I'm literally on my way up to Lake Isabella. Okay. And it's a very, very small, windy road to drive the box truck in, and there's many, many overhead rocks that are leaning over, the cliff that you can almost hit if you don't watch it. And you're going to smash the top of your truck on it. Anyhow, I get over the next stop and everything like that. And I'm talking to him. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And she's on the phone with the other mail carrier from the other location, because it's all on a route that it's being delivered to the next couple stops. They're all communicating with each other. Nicest people you'd ever meet, man. I mean, like, totally down to earth people. Hell, they live in the rural area out there, so they're just like kick back, like, yeah, they're a little ticked off that things are going the way that they're going. And I didn't know, I was still learning. I didn't first run out. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that one. Come to find out, it was one of the most craziest runs that I had ever chose to do, and one of the worst runs to do, apparently. Like, nobody likes those runs. And so I go out there, I get going into the driveway, and it's not like a dock where you dock up the truck to or anything like that. It's just open up the back of the truck, lower the lift gate down, and go through the doors, and there you are. You're in the post office. And as I'm driving up in the driveway, I scrape on the ground going in the driveway, and I went, "Ooh, really? That hasn't happened in a long time. I'm kind of shocked about the tail end scraping. That's not right." Okay, so I kind of thought maybe I came in the driveway a certain way, or I had done something wrong. Not and completely forgetting really that I got a new lift gate. And so I do my delivery and everything like that. As I'm there, parking the truck, she's on the phone with the other mail carrier. It's like, "Yeah, he just showed up right now. As soon as he's done, I'll let you know. I'll give you a call and that he's on his way." "Okay, great. Thank you." And they get off the phone. And so I'm talking with her about, this. I'm like, "I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm completely brand new to this. This is my first run." And she's like, "Oh my." I'm like, "Yeah, there's really no training videos. There's nothing that Amazon does to really help you succeed in doing this. They're really dropping the ball. Most of their thing was all about semi-truck driving. I get it. I understand that it's about the semi-truck driving because that's moving a lot of volume. The feeder drivers are moving a lot of volume between a lot of different places in a certain amount of time. So it makes sense. Now, the DDU driving, going to the post office, is a completely new kind of separate thing. And I'm not really sure when that started and how that's been going and how long is that going to last and all that stuff. But, it's going. So, anyhow, I get done with my delivery thing. She's like, "All right, I'm going to call them, let them know you're on your way." I'm like, "All right, thank you." I go to leave out of the driveway. And as I'm leaving out of the driveway, you can't notice it at the time when you pull out. The driveway is a very steep downhill kind of driveway. So by the time that your rear tires touch the bottom of the asphalt and you're on the street level, your tail end of your truck is still up in the driveway pretty far. And it's like, holy shit. And then all of a sudden, it scrapes. And it's like, oh, shit. So that very moment, I start freaking. I'm like, oh my God, I'm stuck. In a box truck. Stuck in a box truck. I've gotten stuck in a semi and I pulled myself out many times before and everything like that. You can't do that in a box truck. It's a total different ballgame on a box truck, man. 26-footer, 2 axles. There's no like a 3-axle. At least with the 3-axle, you could get yourself out of something. If you got stuck, you probably wouldn't get stuck in a 3-axle if you had 3 axles. Because it would still be high enough in the air, and then the other axle would be up in the air, and then it would have never even happened in the first place. Anyhow. I start freaking. I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? How do I get out of this? And then I walk over back to the post office lady. "Well, I'm not going anywhere right now. What time do you open?" She's like, 9? Oh my god. "Okay, I have to call a tow truck to have them come out and pull me because I'm stuck." And she's like, "Oh, you're kidding." I'm like, no, I'm stuck in your driveway. I can't go anywhere. Please call the other post offices and let them know." Okay. So she does. She lets me know. I get on the phone, contact ROC, let them know I'm stuck. I'm having a bad day. All the way around. Just the world is coming crashing down around me. Everything that is going wrong is going wrong. That's why you never ask what else could go wrong. Because the minute you ask that question, what else can go wrong? Oh, believe you me, there is always something that will go wrong. and add to what else will go wrong? I don't ask that question. But it was like, okay, now I'm stuck in this situation. Why am I in this situation? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, this just doesn't happen. Like, stuff like this just does not happen to me. It doesn't. It's just weird how all of a sudden something like that will happen. And I'm looking at the situation, trying to dissect it and understand why is this happening. And I kind of get an understanding behind it now. Hindsight 2020, looking back at it, I get why chains of events of emotions that take place cause certain emotions to happen and make it out to be what it is. I get it. Got it. I understand. You know, it just sucks though, because you go through all of this, and I've got now many people that are just furious and pissed off that they're not going to get their packages on time. Because now I have to take the packages back to the sort center after finishing the route and getting everything done. There was a delay for those packages going out on the trucks that day that they never left the post office until the following day. So I made a good, several residents of the location angry and upset that they did not get their packages on time from the mail carrier. And the sad thing is, apparently, they're kind of used to that, because so many DDU drivers go to that location and they're like, oh my God, and they never go back because all the hassle that they have to deal with. And it's like, well, shit, if Amazon would pay more money, it would be worth it to go back to that location, especially under contract or something like that. But that's what it is when you first start working for Amazon. You have to jump through hoops and prove your worth and your net weight before you actually get opened up to contracts, where you could bid a contract and complete those contracts and get roundabout pay going to and from. So the last couple weeks that I've been running Amazon loads for people to get their packages, we're paying Amazon to do the run, and we're losing profit. It is going to it's going to crash our company. If we continue to run Amazon stuff, it will actually cost us money, and it cause us to close the doors of our company, because we're paying Amazon to do the run, because Amazon doesn't want to pay that much money. It's ironic how this is all working out, that a lot of these, carriers, or not the carriers, but the brokers, how they are nickeling and diming people on the rates, and they're walking away with triple, if not 3 times the amount of what they are actually charging to do the product or move product for the customer. They're charging the customer like it's double the amount. And then they're paying the drivers at least a quarter of what they got the load booked for, and they're walking away with 75% of profit. And I've seen these videos out here where people are like, man, you should be a broker and you can make a lot of money and da-da-da. Well, sad thing is there's no regulation. And yeah, they're making a lot of money, but they're also putting a lot of companies out of business. And then, productivity is going down and proficiency is going down. And then now you're getting, nasty stuff instead of, quality work, which, I'm all about doing quality work, because you do it right once, you get it done, and you never do it again, because you do it right the first time, not, oh, I messed up, now I got to do it 3 or 4 or 5 more times. No, that's a waste of time, All right, so The moral of this story of mine that I'm telling you about is if you happen to be an Amazon customer, whoever you are, wherever you are in this world, and you're listening to this show, you could be all the way overseas. I don't even know how they do it over there. It's more than likely different than it is over here. Anyhow, over here in the States, that is. Stateside, if you're stateside and you are expecting a package coming in from Amazon, and it is going to be delivered by the mail carrier, USPS mail system. If it is coming through the post office, I want you to take a minute and understand that more than likely the reason why you didn't get the package on time from the post office is because there wasn't any training videos to teach the DDU driver the correct way to do things. What to do, how to do it, what not to do, and all of that. Because anytime that there's a delay in the mail system from Amazon, it falls back on the DDU driver that delivered from the sort center from Amazon to the post office. And maybe it was that they missed a package, or they missed a stop, or it was sorted wrong at the sort center, and therefore the pallet got loaded on the wrong truck. It didn't even leave the sort center yet, or whatever it may be. Just understand that me, personally, I will try to work on it. And that is my word. I will try to work on that and fix this problem from Amazon, because it's stupidity. It shouldn't be this way. It's a hell of a lot smarter system the way they're going, and it could be better, and it will be better in due time. If I have anything to say about it, or any way of doing anything about it, I will get it done, and I will fix it where it won't be a problem. So when it actually does come on the mail carrier system, it's reliable, and it gets there and delivers. Now that's if they let me do training or something like that, teach people to do it, then it'll get fixed. Other than that, maybe not. Who knows? So that's been what's going on. I've been trying to jump through Amazon loopholes. I've been trying to jump through loopholes with Amazon, so that way I can earn contracts and be able to make a consistent living of profit and have a consistent schedule and all that, which I'm working on it. And I'll get there. Just not yet. It's going to take some time. So I want to say thank you very much for listening, and thank you for those of you that have seen the billboard sign in the back of the truck and Googled it and figured out, like, what the hell is interstellar frequency? And here I am talking to you now. I appreciate it. Thank you. Share it with your friends. Another thing I want to say to my brother, thank you so much for the music. Oh my God. Keats Afterthought. I'll put the link of Spotify below the show, so that way anybody hears it could go and listen to his music. I really enjoy it, and I hope you did too. And I want to tell you guys, happy 4th. Be safe. Be kind. Rewind. I don't know. Be kind, no. I don't know. Be safe out there. Enjoy your 4th. And may the 4th be with you. No, it's not May. It's 4th of July. I hope you enjoy whatever it is that you're going to be doing. I'm going to be smoking a tri-tip for my 4th. Spending time with my family. So, and, yeah. Sorry it took a long time, but not sorry. Life happens, and you just got to roll with it. And when there's time to do things, there's time to do things. When there's a time not to, I can't. And I hope this kind of gives you a little bit of an insight of what I've been going through in the last month or so. And I'll get back on a normal schedule when I can, because, life does come first and the show comes second. It's one thing if it's paying me, another thing if it's not. And that's fine. I don't really care. I'm doing it because I enjoy doing it. And mostly so that way the kids can come back and listen to it later on in life when they're older. Like, what was Dad doing then? Well, he was recording shows. I was wondering what he was doing. So, until next time, talk to you guys soon. This is Interstellar Frequency. End of transmission.
Studio Stargazer.